Alright, today we're just recording a quick short to showcase a major blocker bug that is controversially blocking players from completing and accessing a good 40% of the DLC in Storybrook Vale. Now this is the expansion pack that includes, like, what was it? The characters Merida, Hades, Maleficent, Aurora, and Flynn. Now, this is a bug that blocks the ability to gain Aurora, and by doing so, blocks the entire quest line of Maleficent as well. So there's players online right now complaining on Reddit, on Steam, on the Gameloft support itself, as far back as July, and they're basically angry as hell. And I'm angry because I'm like, yeah, I saw it too. I just hit it, the other day. So it's like, yeah, they're not lying. The customers are telling the truth. So let's go through it. What the Trial of Virtue requires us to do is to open up furniture mode and arrange elements to protect the knight from the dragon. So before we go in, we talk to the book. We can ask the book about it. The book says, well, what have you found in the castle? I found a room with a training dummy of a dragon and some shields. I think if I can line things up right, the shield of virtue would be mine. And he's like, oh, there you go. You just told yourself what to do. So the dungeon is back here. We go into the dungeon. We go down these stairs, and it's basically the very first trial in this dungeon. We haven't done anything else in here besides go up and talk to the windows in the next room over here. And it leads us down back into this hallway and down this corridor, where we're supposed to do a few things to reconstruct these dummies. So you go around and you pick up the pieces, reinsert them into the dummies, and then you're supposed to move these things so that the shadows are in this position, right? So the knight is behind the shield. He started over here. Actually, I'll just adjust it. I'll go into furniture mode like it says. So the original position of these dummies were here and here. Behind here, you picked up an object for one of these two things, and in the little room to the left. So there was one object to repair one of the statues back behind this bush here. You pick that up and you reinsert it into one of these interaction points. And there was another object in this back room, which you had to interact with the bookshelves so that they opened up this corridor, and you picked up the other object from in here. So once you did that, you inserted them into these two statues. So this guy, you gave him his fire, and in this guy, you gave him his shield arm. Then it says you're supposed to go back here. You can read this little thing. It says, first you must arm the knight, and the dragon's missing fire. Then you look to the shadows and uncover a way to shield the knight from the thing. So we're like, yeah, okay, we got it. We put the things back in there. We had talked to this window. She says the same thing. Watch the shadows, dear. They hold the key. And you can even interact with the shield. They'll tell you the same thing. Held in place magically, break the spell. Right? So it's telling you the same thing. It wants you to go here into furniture mode, and it wants you to put them into position so that he's holding the shield and this guy is blowing fire at the shield. So, like so. And they say, oh, the foot has to be touching the shield. Now, notice it doesn't update the quest. You're stuck in the same instructions. Open furniture mode and arrange. No matter what you do. And you go, okay, well, let me try a few different positions. No. And most players have said, well, we've tried every position. We've moved the dragon all the way from the back to the front, and then same for the knight. We've tried every combination of positions. It did not help. They've tried, burning the knight's head off, thinking someone's being passive-aggressive, and some said, okay, maybe it's just slightly touching. Maybe the shield position's off and it's just messing with us. We had to move him back. And a lot of players have said, yeah, no. We've tried everything. There's nothing we can do. Cause, oh, maybe it's just not updating, but you can pick up the shield now. It's like, no, we tried that too. we went to the shield and it still tells us the same thing. It's refusing to budge. So this quest is incredibly blocked, and this means that the, like, out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters, 2 characters are not accessible. So that's 40% of your entire DLC. So you, like I said, you pissed off a lot of the client base. I've even dressed myself as like Queen Fury here, Megara being a mythological fury. Just to, just for the, pageantry of showing you this bug. But anyway, yeah, like this is not acceptable. You've got kids playing this game. You've got investors. You've got kids of investors who you're making cry and piss off because they can't unlock 2 of their favorite, characters. So, we're asking as a community for you to get your act together, like get yourselves straightened out and fix this bug, please. Anyway, that's it for today's episode, or, well, today's little mini short. And I hope it explains the problem so that folks can see what's going on. And that, yeah, like I said, I had no problem setting this bug. Like, it never worked. So, yeah. Until next time.